thing. Right then, give thanks for life and a mighty life. Give thanks for all good things from us sent from Zion above. So we praise for his divine love as we do welcome you to the food of seven, basically, and all those people who are locked in here and there and everywhere. So when you look at the whole aspect of that unity of the states, so you have United States of America, then you have Mexico, and then you have Canada, right? And all these people that still come and they unite together in a block, and they trade together, right? And they sell stuff and they do stuff, and so the African continent, Africa Liberation Day represented when the African continent, headed by His Imperial Majesty Emperor Haile Selassie, actually came together, right? Came together, and it was the OAU, the Organization of African States, OAS, right? And then now you have the AU, Africa Unity, right? But His Imperial Majesty is the man that came and and push the whole Africa unity, because if Africa is united, that means that everything is, come on. So the same way that you could have the United States of America, you could still have the United States of Africa, whereby each of these big countries there are just, they have their own rules, but they are controlled by a governing body that actually, the whole states, every single state of Africa. So love my priest, Jehovah, Jai Rastafari. Give thanks, Honorable Divine Noel. Definitely we do give thanks. So the whole aspect of the system, whereby we live in a system where you have a high level of what you refer to as hypocrisy. Whereby people say, boy, you racist. So if you say something, well, you're supposed to create a healthcare system that is suitable for the black man. Oh, why you racist? Why you talk about the black man? But come on. As a man of African ascendance, right? And I'm a carbonated being, a melanated being, right? It is my duty, as I know, having gone through the whole medical establishment, going through medical school and do all type of studies and lit and cut dead bodies and all type of things I do already. Whole heap of different things I did, right, when it comes to the whole aspect of medical school and studying, right? So years and years and years and years, right? Over 7 years of study. So through all my studies, when it comes to the whole aspect of, you understand, beginning in Cuba, spending 3 years in Cuba, then a little time at Spartan Medical School, and then at the American University of Antigua College of Medicine, after which I graduated from my basic sciences in 2005, right? Plenty different things that you learn while you study medicine. So there I am studying medicine, and I'm learning stuff, right? But the majority, yes, Ronald William, blessed love, give thanks. The majority of the stuff that I learn, or the things that I learn, right? These things, they are not really, as I would say, truths. Or yes, you learn it. You actually study it at school. Yeah. But still, even if you study it, it's still not like a fundamental truth. Because when you come out of that school setting, that university, that's why they call it university, right? Not university, university, right? So when you come out of that school, you don't see anything, because it's a university, university, right? So it is important that going through that whole system of learning, 5, 6, 7 years of all type of learning, and in all that learning, all the study that you study to learn this nerve and where it ends and what action it has, what is the efferent, what is the afferent, all type of questions they ask you about all the different aspects of the physical structure. And then when you go to study, you have to cram or as you say, cram, put all these things there within your heavens. How much of it is utilized during the day-to-day practicing of medicine? You understand? So it is very important that we as a people, that we understand that the system is very hypocritical. It's a very hypocritical system. I mean, with all the studying we study. Yes, Michelle Duong, give thanks, peace and blessings, honorable. We appreciate, love you. Oh, we don't really say appreciate. We say appreciate love. Okay, so not appreciating, we appreciate loving. Appreciate, appreciate loving. Okay, so we don't appreciate. Michael. Okay, we don't appreciate. Okay, all right. So we in this system whereby we appreciate love, give thanks. When we really look at the whole aspect of the medical establishment, all that study, all these years of learning, and at the end of it, when push comes to shove, that everything is thrown out of the window and you begin to practice medicine, right? So that's why we don't practice medicine. This is our craft, right? So healing is a craft. Okay, so it's not like a practice. All right, so it's a craft. It's something that you have to learn, something that you have to live, something that you have to be. It's a craft. All right, so the healing craft is not a practice. So after all these years of learning, the great majority of what is learned is just thrown out of the window. Yeah. And then we as a people, right? We as a people, we don't really sit down and check for them things and say, well, look, okay, we studied something, so we're going to apply it. No, because going through medical school, we found out that a great majority of the herbs, that we utilize as a people, all of them, every single one of that we utilize, every single one of them we utilize, the herbs. When you study the herbs and the chemicals that they contain, because you see, allopathic medicine deals with symptoms. Herbal medicine deals with healing. It's a system of healing. It's a way of living. It's a livity. It's not just your toe have a sore, cut it off. Your breast have a lump, cut it off. You have a cyst in your ovaries, bore it and squeeze out the fluid. You're delivering a baby, you're having a little difficulty, just cut open the womb and pull it out. Right? So it sounds very barbaric. It sounds like a cave age system, whereby it's just chopping and cutting and throwing away. Whereby the whole realms of herbal medicine is a system, a way of life, a system that actually deals with, a complete way of living to naturally eradicate disease. Not just, well, look, I have a headache, drink some rosemary bush, and it's gone. Or I have this and just drink this, and it's gone. No. It's a continuous way of living, a way of thinking, a way of doing things completely different. Because after you go through medical school and you get all that information, you study exactly how the physical structure is actually functioning, then that's supposed to put us in a position whereby we could create ways and means whereby our people could utilize right? And build up a particular type of system whereby we could naturally eradicate disease. But I mean, we don't. When we examine the system, you know, you go to school, and even if you go on Google now and you check about, just Google it, lisinopril. All right. So we go to school and we learn about drugs like lisinopril, which is a hypertensive medication, and it works on a system called the renin-angiotensin system, a system that involves your kidneys, your liver, and your lungs, whereby it's a system that actually naturally controls your blood pressure levels within your physical structure. This drug, lisinopril, works upon that particular system. Right? Mr. C.I. Priskelash, keep up the good works. My sister-in-law was diagnosed with breast cancer. Can she contact you for guidance? Of course, she can contact us. Definitely. Selassie Chapel, shalom. Shalom, my brother. Peace. Give thanks. Blessings. Right, so when we get to that understanding of this whole system, that system of healing, whereby one literally changes the lifestyle completely. So it's not about you have diabetes, so you drink a pill to bring the blood sugar down. No. Or your pressure is high, so you drink a pill so to bring the pressure down. No. Yes, there are herbs that are hypoglycemic, that can bring down the blood sugar levels. And also, there are herbs that actually brings down the blood pressure levels because they are natural diuretics. All right? But it's not that you're going to replace the pill with a herb. So you have a headache, instead of taking a Tylenol, you take a rosemary tea. So you're not checking whether you need to boost up your iron. All right? Or you need to rest. Or, right, you need to stop eating junk food or something. You understand? So when it comes to herbal healing, the entire lifestyle is actually analyzed. Yeah. So the entire lifestyle is analyzed. And then what happens is that you have a revolutionary change, whereby you begin to do so many things that you never used to do before. And you stop doing things that you used to do. So you have to. Because if you're diabetic and then you want to heal yourself, then that means that you're supposed to stop eating this, that. And then you're supposed to start eating now. This, that. All right, then you're supposed to now do this, do that. And don't do this, don't do that, don't do this, don't do that. It's a balance. As you put aside bad habits, you're supposed to fill that vacuum now with positive attitudes, positive attributes. So if it is that you always used to suck on lollipops, right? If you always suck on a lollipop, go and suck on a sour tamarind or something. You understand? Go and suck on a guinea, right? Go and suck on a plum, okay? Go and suck on a cherry, right? So it's not like you expect a bram and everything and you heal and that's it. No, man. Oh, come on, man. You don't believe in abracadabra, witchcraft? No. The healing craft, yes. Melchizedek order, yes. Right? Not and that, no. You have to work towards the healing you want. It's something that's supposed to take lifestyle changes. You're supposed to take serious lifestyle changes. If you want abracadabra, you're going to get abracadabra. The faster it comes, the faster it goes. Right? Yes, deep-rooted kernels. Honorable priest, give thanks. Honorable Sarah Give thanks. What are your thoughts on fertility over 43 years? Is it possible if the herbs and diet? Of course. Of course. I mean, what happened? Yeah, hi people, blessed love, Priest Kailash, Adam, Alfred, give thanks, glorify. As you know, even when we analyze the whole system and we check that's what they teach you, they teach you, well, you take this for high blood pressure, and then that drug that is not effective for people of African ascendance and not effective for people over 70 years of age, or 60, 70, 80, 90. So the older you get, your renin angiotensin system actually works differently. So if you're a black man, that system works differently for you. So that drug is not effective for you. But yet still, many black people are actually prescribed that same drug. And we go to school and we learn them things, right? And you learn that Asians or people of African ascendance are lactose intolerant. That means they're not supposed to be drinking any cow's milk. But yet still, right? You go to school, first thing they tell you is, milk is good for you. They lie. Milk not good for you. Right? Milk good for the calf. Right? You don't even know what you're drinking is glue. Okay, so it's very important that we have that full understanding. That whole hypocrisy of the system when it comes to the whole aspect of what it appears to be giving. So you have a hospital that appears to be giving wellness, but at the end of the day, you still need more hospitals. So if this system was an effective system, right now you wouldn't be needing no new hospitals, because the system is so effective that you don't need to get a new hospital with more rooms. If you have a 200-bed hospital and then you're going to build a 500-bed hospital, that means that you are catering for 300 more sick people. So if you are catering for 306, so if Progress is having a big hospital, that's not